folks, welcome back to Maple Farm, and the plan for today is to try and sort out the fertilizer in the maize field, and I'm going to be a little bit frivolous and waste a bunch of money, essentially, because I saw a mod that I thought looked fun, and it's a video game, and we can have fun, and that's this guy. I don't actually know if we can afford to lease it or not, but I hope we can. So, yeah, we can. Awesome. And we're going to purchase some liquid fertilizer. I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping that a single IBC of liquid fert will be enough. But yeah, this is pretty ridiculous overkill for the one field that we have to do. Maybe we'll see if we can pick up some contracts as well or something to try and recoup some of the cost. Okay, where do we fill up from? Probably not underneath, I would get. Hoping I didn't just do a dumb and not pay attention to the fact that it only takes herbicide. Did I just do a dumb? No. Okay, stupid, like it needs to be unfolded to fill up. That would be dumb. It's never going to unfold in the yard. No, there's an open cover. Right, let's fold. Open the cover. There we go. We were not completely dumb, thankfully. Yeah, I've always liked Valtra tractors. I don't think I've ever seen a Valtra sprayer. Having a moment here, so I saw a self-propelled sprayer locally recently. Maybe it was a Valtra one? It was a brand of self-propelled sprayer that I'd not seen. Maybe it was Valtra? Making me question myself. It could have been, you know. It could well have been. Maybe that's why this is stuck in my brain. That is entirely possible. It is entirely possible. I don't think where I even saw it. Yep, not sure. Anyway, I think this is the field which makes this ridiculous overkill, because it's probably going to be like 3 passes of the field. So while this is opening, let's go into the contracts menu. Some of these even close to us? No, but those two are close to each other. So let's grab both of those. Wow, good job me. Now at least we can recover some of the cash, maybe. Right, let's unfold more in the middle of the field, shall we? This is starting out as a comedy of errors. Oh well. And it's not so good using liquid fur on a contract field, but you know, it'll be okay. Gosh. Can't do no headland, can we? So I guess we're doing one headland. Off we go. And yeah, that should be fine. And so the pulse modulation stuff should give us perfect application. We could have waited and done perfectly perfect, but life's too short, folks. Life is too short to worry about that. So yeah, we'll do this. We'll grab a couple of contracts to recover the cost, and that'll be that. You may have noticed the truck was parked up in the yard, and that is because we need to, well, I want to deliver the milk that we've got stored up, because that seems like a good idea to me, you know, seeing as we've hemorrhaged cash lately. So recover some of the cash, and then we can, yeah, I don't know, words. I wasn't going to do this today. It's late on Friday, and this afternoon I had the beginnings of a fairly nasty headache. It's thankfully gone away now. But yeah, I had the fun thing where I couldn't see properly for a bit. And yeah, that meant I just really didn't feel like doing much at all, to be honest. That's good enough. So let's let that close up. And we'll just check the map. And I think we're there. Probably best to just head up past our other field to the main road. Yeah. But anyway, here we are, I guess. So I saw a funny Facebook post this week. I thought it was funny anyway. And there's context that I think makes it funny. Facebook does this thing more and more lately where it just recommends random stuff. And do you know what? Mostly I don't care. But that I just want to see stuff from the people that I know or follow or whatever. But this one kind of amused me. It was a post from someone that lives near Chipping Norton, and therefore lives near Clarkson's farm. And I believe they have had the cereals event going on. Either at Diddley Scott or near Diddley Scott. And that's obviously something which therefore generates traffic. And they were basically complaining that there was a lot of traffic linked to Jeremy Clarkson, and complaining about him and his fake pub and his so-called farming and all this kind of stuff. And the fact that they couldn't get to work / their kids to school, whatever it was. And I have I have a few things to say about that. One, if you live in the area and you know the traffic is a problem, well, plan around it. I mean, I have a very long commute to where I work, and I plan around the fact that the traffic for that is often quite bad. You adjust. It's not like it's new that he's there. Unpopular, maybe? Don't care. And then the other thing was, if you read the comments on this post, it turns out that the guy looked like he ran a hot tub business, because one of the comments was, "You mean you haven't got a stall there this time?" And it's like, no, there aren't enough farmers there. It's like, so normally you would be profiting from an event like this and to be part of the problem, but just because you don't happen to be part of the problem this year, you're complaining about it. Yeah, so I found that quite amusing. It's like, or quite hypocritical. Because normally, probably, your business vehicle would be part of the thing causing traffic issues. But because you decided not to attend this year because the event doesn't have enough customers for you, it was an issue for you. Yeah, I found that quite amusing. I mean, then links to my whole thing of currently hating how Facebook works and the fact that it just seems to feed you endless crud rather than, you know, the things that you are interested in. But it tries to feed you stuff that it thinks you're interested in algorithmically. Yeah, I dislike that immensely. And they seem to have removed the option for showing you more of what you choose to see rather than what they choose for you to see. Which I guess means I'm choosing to use their page less, you know? Then I guess it's quite an outdated social media platform at this point, but I don't like changing, so, you know. And to be honest, there aren't many things on there now that I visit it for intentionally. I think the only one really is like dedicated to travel news because there's quite a good page for the Dartford crossing, which I have to go across regularly, and like local news, which is actually not that useful, to be honest. And I'd probably be better if I didn't go on there. So maybe I just shouldn't bother. Yeah. Right. Still need to update the PDF. We wanted field 90. How do we get that? Around the outside by the looks of it. Now let's go visit that one. Yeah, still need to update not the PDA, not the PDF. Really, but they have at least tried to get mods updated. And the gates are a feature of me not having updated the map in a long time. I know they have been updated in the later versions of the map. The flying gates over there. That has been fixed. It's not fixed in the version of the map that I've got. Because I've made changes to the map, I have stuck with what I've got. It's not a reflection on the quality of the map that's currently available. That's a reflection on me. Come on, turn on, turn on, turn on, turn on. Awesome. Yeah, that's me, not the map. In that I made a bunch of changes to the version that I'm playing with, and I don't want to have to fold those into updating the map. Because I'm a little bit lazy. Yeah, this is kind of cool. I kind of like this. Let's grab an thumbnail because, you know, otherwise I'll forget. Yeah, it's kind of a cool spray. If we had a bigger farm, I would be interested in purchasing such a thing, but I do so little spraying. You know, I'd have a philosophy where I avoid spraying herbicide because herbicide bad. So there's not a lot of point in having one from that point of view. And generally, particularly with red tape, you know, we want to try and avoid using chemical fert. So there's not a lot of point in owning it, I guess, but it is kind of cool. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll be a big enough farm to need it. Do a did mean to install actually the Valtra pack that came out, because I think, you know, I do have a soft spot for those, even though we're trying to be a John Deere farm. There's always room for, eventually, for more stuffs. All of the things. I did try and activate, because I've had it installed for a while, the AI neighbors mod thing. But it seemed to be behaving strangely. All of the contracts seemed to either they were finishing really quickly, or they were just stopping randomly. So I deactivated it again, because it didn't seem to be doing good things. Yeah, so don't know if that's a me thing, don't know if that's a mod conflict thing, but whatever. I had it running for a few minutes. It was, you know, like I paused the game and the contract stopped. So that felt a little bit funky. So I decided to just, I hadn't saved anything, so I hadn't done anything in particular. So just reloaded the game and didn't activate it again. That seemed like a sensible idea, because it was behaving weirdly. But yeah, I think once we've got this done, we'll maybe do a quick bit of animal feeding. We'll run back to the farm to drop off the tiny bit of liquid fur that we've got. Are you folding? You are. Awesome. It's only a few hundred litres, but we might as well. And then we'll return this. We'll claim the contracts, which will get us back up to about 20 grand, which is quite nice. Well, it's not. It's pretty awful, but you know. If we have a quiet end to the rest of May, we might do a bit more logging. Probably not today, because I don't really feel like it this evening. Well, the evening. Is it really evening? It's not that long from when I would normally be thinking about going to bed. So not really evening, but, you know, la vie. One of those things. We came down here. Yeah. I did know where I was going. Maybe. Yeah, that's our field. Yep. That work. There's... Yep, that works still. Find our way back somehow. I'm not lost, you are. Actually, there was an interesting mod that I saw, which I want to test out, which was it Waypoint GPS or something like that, which looked like you could use it to use the workers to move stuff around the map. Now, yes, we have auto drive, but I'm very bad at spending the time to set up auto drive. So that might be kind of janky way of doing that. Not very janky, quick way of doing like trips like this. I really should set up auto drive, but I haven't, so you know. Yeah. So I think the other thing we need to do is settle the milk, don't we? Yeah. I think we'll do that. Driving is definitely on point today. I'm blaming that on the brain. Blaming that on the slightly broken brain. Yeah, I was kind of pleased it didn't turn into a full-blown migraine or worse. It's just kind of left me with a bit of a headache, which is tolerable. I can deal with a bit of a headache. I deal with that quite a lot of the time. So, bosh. That wasn't where I was expecting you to put it, but anyway. Vehicles. So that was a completely frivolous way to get that done. But anyway, contracts. Bosh. Bosh. Nice. Milk. And we're just going to quickly give the old tank of obviously washing on the outside cleans all of the residue of digestate from the inside. You know, that's how it works. And then yeah, we'll fill up with milk. So we've got time saving stock check, nearly 40 grand's worth of milk. So that will get us back on a much better footing for our finances. Bosh. Not buffalo milk. Milk. Reminds me of the Mary Whitehouse experience. Yeah, how many of you remember that? And that will show me how old some of you are. Well, I know some of you are very old. Some of you are potentially prehistoric, but you know. Some of you are of varying ages, and some of you will be of a nationality where you have no idea what that even was. So okay for straw, a decent amount of milk. We are tolerable for food, but we should do a mix, I think. Certainly before we sleep, we need to do a mix. Oh, we also need to sell some cars. Maybe we should do that today. Animals. Animal transport. Animal 5. That. Oh, we could. No, it's very expensive. Maybe that one. 9 grand. Probably won't cost that much to lease it. That might be a sensible idea. We could get rid of some of the more mature calves now. I think we've got quite a few. Yeah. Have an deceased animal. Okay. Do we need to select? Do something with you? Messages. Died due to an accident. Okay. I mean, you're still in the shed. A diseased animal. Oh, we need to. How do we? Deal with a diseased animal. I selected. You not. Oh, you're not in our thing. Well, that's confusing. Okay, we can ignore you probably then. Yeah, so we've got 5 months old, 7 months old. maybe we keep the heifers at this point, or maybe we just buy some more, and then we've got a bunch of there to sell. Okay. Cool. Right, let's go. That really confused me that the animal dealer has a diseased animal. Why would you want to buy that? Oh, we're going to be able to even get out of here. No, probably not, because I haven't updated the truck to have variable tire pressure. Why are you not actually going into reverse? Go the long way around again. Really need to remember to do that. Very annoying. And it's my fault for getting a cheap ass truck, you know. We haven't done a big milk delivery in a while because now we don't have to do them very frequently. Off we go this way. Hope we can manage to go this way. At least we're not sinking into the ground now, so it was either the dynamic driving mod or the update to the tyre wear mod. So I haven't tried adding back dynamic driving yet to see if it was that, but you know, kind of happy that things are working, so I don't want to experiment too much. Don't look back, you can't see that things are going wrong. Yeah, let's go with that. It's fine. I really do need to remember to sort out variable tire pressure, because I'm sure most of this is, I mean, I can probably see. It's maybe not traction related. It would be much quicker if we didn't have to go this way. Oh well, it is what it is. Can't tell you that story. Oh well. Ignore that. I did some stuff with a truck, and it's struggling to get somewhere, but that's about all I can tell you. Are we sinking again? I think we might be, actually. Yeah, so we haven't fixed it. Interesting. Maybe it's the trailer. Maybe it's the trailer, folks. Although the problem before was also with the slurry tanker. And we are almost here. That was weird. Yeah. Not sure. It's doing it again. Screw it. I am not going to barrel that all the way up the hill. And we're just going to leave it here. Worry about it later. So obviously wasn't dynamic driving or the update to the tyre wear mod Yeah. Oh well. Maybe washing it melted the tyres. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Right. You are going to try and sell some calves. I'm a little bit nervous about this now, but lease, it's only £500. So that's pretty tolerable. Just snooze that. Yeah. That's weird because we had a pretty successful period of it not being an issue. And it's just come back. So, you know, that's fun. This will also save us some food as well, which is good. Older, you're 89 months. You can go. Go. You're staying. Not really all of the younger animals we've got in there. Yes, so. Okay. Fair enough. A bunch die or something. This one. You. We can only take 5, can't we? So you. Selected. Yes. I think that's a full trailer. So off we go. See if we can do this without sinking. Looks like no. This is going to be a slog. Especially if even the roads are sinkable now. Right, that was a bit of a slog again, but we are up at the animal dealer. Not what I was hoping for today. But anyway, I think that's the trigger we want. Yeah. So, let's select all. Sell selected. 7 grand. That's pretty nice. I guess it's been worth feeding them up. Yeah, a little bit annoying that it's going to be a bit of a battle to get to and from everywhere at the moment. Oh well. Such is life, I guess, folks. Such is life. I think we've got maybe one more load to sell, but I mean, that was a pretty nice return on those animals, so kind of pleased with that. With the sticky fields, I might do this and then call it a day and come back next time and see if in the meantime I can do a bit debugging. So it's a bit annoying. Everything's sinking into the ground. It's not what I fancied today. It is not. Yeah. Oh well. Oh, we've got a bunch more Clarkson's Farm to watch still, I think. Can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe we did. Yeah, we started watching it last weekend. We've watched about 3 or 4 episodes, so we've still got a bit to watch yet. As usual, very enjoyable. Right. Yeah, you and you. So we've selected Bosch. I'm just thinking that one's got 10 in it. Let's come out of there, go into the animal menu. Maybe we pick up a couple more. Got cash. I think we've got the feed this year. Run a few more. We just try and get a few that are usable. And we're on the road and it seems to be fine. I'm really wondering if it's variable tyre pressure, you know. I hope it's not. It feels like that could maybe be the culprit here. Anyway, let's get you sold. Okay, and then let's have a look. So we want Holsteins. You're pretty good. Is 13 months old enough? It is. So let's... Why are you so expensive? Well, you're very fancy. Not far off. I'm going to get both of those. Because I think 10, 12 months is the age they can have calves. Or start to have calves. So I think the little one is about to switch animal models. Yeah. And maybe we'll see if we can get a few delivered as well. Because then I can refresh what's available, I think. Some of you found that amusing that I kept hitting the refresh button. Yes, the other thing we need to do is decide which shed we're going to put these in. Let's have a quick look. You have 10. Shouldn't you? Because I've got a good memory. You have 12. So I can't tab to that tractor for some reason. Ladies and folks, we run to our tractors. So let's put these in here. And then we'll see if we can just grab a couple more as well. Oh, we want to move both. Why? Move to husbandry. Bosh. Okay. To husbandry. Pressed the wrong button. So we'll do them one at a time, obviously. Because, you know, that seems sensible. Right. Message. Death. Okay. Those. Does that get rid of that? Maybe not. Maybe we need to go look at the other one as well. Anyway, I need to go to on this one. Where is it? Livestock. Reset animal dealer. You are pretty average. Max dealer animals. Let's make that number bigger. So, Admiral, you are somewhat older, but you look very good. We'll grab you. Average fertility, average milk production. Let's grab you and you. And then we'll come over here. Let's roll the dice on the animals again. We did badly. Okay. Boiled Bonnie. Actually, you look pretty good, apart from you're quite old. You're quite old. You're quite old. Okay. One more try. You'll do 11 months. So you should be about to tick over. So we'll get you as well. Awesome. Cool. Right, and that's going to be it for today, folks. Not quite what I'd planned to achieve, but it is what we achieved. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you to the patrons and the YouTube channel members, and I will see you all next time.